What's the deal, gang? How's everybody doing? Forgot I was on mute for a second. Alright. What's over here, Javier? What's up, man? What's up, Javier? What's going on?
Missing the snow already, bro.
Definitely not. You're definitely happy you're not in snow right now. So, are we headed up for all-time highs? We closed above the range on the weekly. Oh man, remember we were talking about swings over here? I was talking about this candle giving us a bottom wick to here where I would have had an entry. I don't know. Maybe it was a good idea to actually have the break of the highs here, because this gave you like 450 pips last week.
Bro, I had like 3 long swings from that I had to close because of the merge that they were having.
Okay.
But I had entries at 87, bro. They would have hit 100 points technically on Friday. Shit was wild.
What do you mean, for sells?
No, I had buys at 87 from like 2.5 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
I had 0.5s. I had a full out running on one of the evals, and then I had another long entry at.
Hold on.
I think
so you were in drawdown?
Okay. No, I had buys at 1986.
Oh, 1987.
Yeah.
You're like 87. Yeah, 87. I'm like, hold on.
Oh, my bad.
It's 2087 here. Where did you have?
Yeah, from like 2.5 weeks ago. I think this Wednesday would have been 3 weeks on that swing. But I had to close them out a week and a half ago.
I remember, you said you had to close out your swings.
Yeah, I think I had like 0.3 left running, but they originally start off at 1 lot. And so yeah, bro. So that would have been nice, but I took a 1 practice, like just a 0.1 to test to make sure that none of the swings will get closed out last week. And it's up 50 points. Mine
so was
20-31. Yep, it stayed running. It stayed running all the day. I think I entered that like Tuesday.
Nice.
And it stayed running the whole week.
Oh,
and
it ran up since Tuesday, man. Straight
up.
Yeah. You saw no drawdown.
So yeah, Lark has been good with the swings. Nothing got closed out, but TFT has been having issues with their merge. Luckily, I only have my son is the one that has the accounts on there, and I only have 1. But I just tried filling something right now, and it just keeps rejecting it. So I don't know what's going on with TFT, man. The funded trader.
Yeah. What up, Brad? What up, Nate? Smokes. Yeah, you got to get a cam. That's the whole point. Like, we get to, we get to chill. We get to vibe out. We get to talk. I mean, you could get a mic and just talk with no cam. Yeah, what they expect us to do. So we're headed for all-time highs here. Well, a retest of them. Unless we get back into range here. Market's so we have a daily range, right? That we've closed above here. Market's gonna have to retest that at some point before it drives up or down. It's another 50 pips down. The previous 4 hours closed bearish. This current 4 hour made a top wick coming down. We have a minute left here for the hourly. I'm sorry, we have 25 seconds left here for the hourly. We might hold support. We might not. We're closing below it. And if we close below it, I'm you want the 5 close below. Right here. We don't just want the 5 to close below here, we want a closure overall below here.
This is 1 month.
But if we don't get it now, which we didn't, probably the first 5-minute candle that closes below 2082, we can look for a top wick and drive down. Here's the thing, I'm expecting the market to correct some of this move up, right? So I'm expecting to come down a bit and correct some of this move up from last week.
Yeah.
But I'm not expecting it to do it here just straight down. I'm expecting a retest of the highs before it wants to do that. It's got to grab some orders.
I think the same way, bro. I think we got to come up a little bit and then pull down, and then if it's gonna make another leg up, like I'm on the same page with you on that. Man, I would have thought you never filled any sample size swings when we were talking about it like a couple weeks ago.
I would, to be honest with you, I was looking for a sniper fucking entry, and I was just gonna Instagram the shit out of it.
I swore like it was one of those Sunday meetings, one of those Sunday ones that we were talking about, and I was like, yeah, bro, me too. Like I'm looking for like something.
2018 2-4 at the very least, right? 2018 3. If this bottom wick tapped there, I mean, I think I was gonna take a small position, like a couple of. I wasn't gonna take a 10 lot. I was probably gonna take like a 1 lot, and just see where if we can do 1,000, 800 pips, something like that. But because it was gonna be steep stops, maybe like a 3 lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it never tapped it, but it's all right. Like this is, believe me, next time I'll be in there like, nah, I understand. We didn't need it. Like on a weekly, the
well,
flip,
I wanna
if
post,
it didn't tap there, we act the same way on the 15 and the 30. If it doesn't tap, the bottom wick doesn't tap where we need it to, there's no wick entry, but there's the flip entry. That's what we should have done.
I want to start posting some of my ideas in the Clubhouse channel.
Yeah, post. It creates discussion, keeps you accountable as well.
Yeah. What do we got for data this week?
See, the dailies come up and it created a top wick but never broke the previous daily high, which is what I think we need to do before we head back down. So you might see, right, you might see this kind of re-break its own high. It looks like it made a top wick and it's coming down, but we might see it make a U-turn here on a smaller time frame, a bullish U-turn, and come back up and re-break these highs and then come down. So you'll see candles hold support here, right? Or you'll see us break below range. You can see that. I think this is very likely as well. Right, we can do this, form a support, come back up. Oops, wrong color. Right,
even like
something like this, but this is just temporary for our overnight movement or for London, because once we start closing above here, we're gonna need to break the highs created on the previous daily over here in order to grab some more orders to come down, because if this was enough, we were not going to form a support here. We're going to continue heading down. But if we do form a support here, I'm not saying we will for a fact, but if we do form a support here and we come back up to start retesting the highs, we're going to need to re-break the highs in order to get our push down over here, and that might be the New York push down or a London push down, right? If we come up here for Asian or for London to grab orders here, it's very likely. It doesn't necessarily have to happen, but it's likely. And I'm just basing this. If you go into the previous dailies, right? Like look, for us to really head back down, you'd have to break the previous daily high. Otherwise, see right here. Broke up range. needed to break the high before you come back down. Now, this candle could have came up here, made a top wick, came back down here, rebroke the highs, and then come back down. So, just because we're going to re-break highs doesn't mean it's a drive. I think we still have to go lower and correct some of the move from last week. This isn't bad though, so we look at it this way.
It's first week of the month, so we got jolts, we got
There's a lot of shit
non-farm
going
on Friday. We got Powell speaking like twice this week, on Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday we got ISM PMI, and then tomorrow we got a clean. We got it's clean, nothing too much.
There's quite a few. There's quite a few catalysts this week. I mean, first week of the month's always interesting.
Yeah. I know you don't follow Dexy with gold, but it's the dollar's in a pretty like serious spot right now where it needs to make a decision as well.
It's reached the resistance or something.
Yeah, it's just been going sideways, and I feel like it's been going sideways for a little bit now.
Oh shoot, bunch of people at the door. So we had that closure belowsure that, right, that I wanted, but it doesn't have a bottom wick. It's a 5-minute closure, it doesn't have a bottom wick.
The dollar's been stuck in this range for the whole month of February.
Very interesting how New York session, I'm probably more likely looking for buys here, where Asian session I'm looking for sells initially, because I understand we need a bottom wick for the daily. Yeah, the approach to the sessions is interesting. Let's see, got a 5 closing in a minute. Okay. very interesting. Every time we break back below 2082, the candles, they don't give a top wick here. I'm just looking, see this closure below here, this closure below here. The next candle just drives straight down. Every time we get enough volume to come back down below there. So even on the 5, look at this, it's just heading, we just got a closure below here and it's heading straight down. About 5 pips to late on that. I'm a little wary of it driving down here because I understand that we're going to need a top wick to drive down, and I don't want to be the bottom wick here for this hourly and this 30, right? The previous hourly did close above the overall. And I want to know that we're driving off a resistance, right? If we just kind of continue down here, but we're not driving off of anything, right? We didn't reject off a resistance. Then at any moment here, we can establish a support. Continue on.
I think we did, bro, on the off the daily. That second top we made after all-time high, we came all the way down and came back up. Looks like it's rejected. That's
a higher time frame, but I'm talking about in terms of the 15 and the 30, they're kind of coming down here, and I need, like, there's no massive top wick here on the hourly or the 30.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Or the 15. Yeah. I want to see us, like, yeah, I think we can fill the range down to 2077, no problem here for the session. But I think at some point as it's coming down here, one of these 5 or 15 or 30-minute candles, you know, they're gonna need to drive all the way. They're gonna bounce off a support. There's supports within this range that they need to bounce off of. When they bounce off of that, a candle somewhere within here, candle will need to come back up. And as it comes back up, I want to understand that, all right, now it's gonna bounce off a resistance, do something like this, and then we can continue the drive down. And at that point, I'll also know that we just bounced off of here. We're flipping down. We're not going to come back up in range. At least not now, not on this candle. We're going to fill the range down and then maybe come back up in range. So that's what gives me confidence, right? But it can continue trickling down. We've seen that plenty of times, but like, it's that sudden spring off of 82 down that you want to be part of. You want to be part of the drive, not part of the trickle down. And yeah, it can work being part of the trickle down, right? But at that point, it's a lower probability that it'll drive, and more likely, right, that you kind of up down. But yeah, it can definitely drop here. It looks like it should just pop down. 15 is gonna close here in 17 seconds. All right, 15 is going to close with, well, the way it looks like right now, no bottom wick. Now, if this candle now on this 15 was to do this and close like this, I'm gonna look for a buy off the rip. Okay, if we can close back above this range. I'll take this as the bottom wick for the current hourly. But we might still flip bearish. We might continue to drive down. Right? Let's see here. Broke the high of the previous 15, right? That's not enough. No, we broke the high of the previous 5. Is there a support here? What's over here?
I got a big support at 75.
7.5?
Yeah, I think you were close. I think you had one at 77, no?
Yeah, 77. That's pretty far away. Let's see this, the most immediate area of where we are. I don't see anything, not like very minor here where we closed. If we get a decent enough top wick, I mean, how much range is there here? 10. $10 pips, 12 pips. Yeah, this flip is tempting. Trying to figure out how much we have to the next support. It's roughly 10 pips. I want to see how this 5 now closes. 30 seconds for the 5. That's the 15 flip, right? See how this 5 closes here. Yeah, it's got the wick. Might continue to drive. Chat, I'm gonna take a position on the break of the lows here. Once. Right now. Just took a sell here. So the reason I'm gonna sell is we got this top wick. I think we're gonna once this 15 created a top wick here, I mean this 5 created a top wick here, we also have a small bottom wick. I think it should continue the drive. If it establishes a support here, it should. I mean, I'll look for us to fill this wick, this range. That's roughly 11 pips. Hold on, let me set my stops and TPs.
Did you pull that off the 30?
No. So what I'm looking at is I wanted the 5 to close to see if it's going to actually flip and close bearish. And as soon as it closed bearish, this top wick I'm thinking is enough for the higher time frame, right? It would have closed bullish if it wanted to establish a support. So it can come up, but I think we should, with that flip at the end of the 5, I think we should come down. Hold on, let me just, I haven't put my stops in. Took it right as soon as it closed here. I wanted it to break the lows, but as soon as I seen the 5 close bearish, just stops here at the highs that we've made. We can break them. Remember I said we're gonna have to break those highs, so I'm gonna adjust these stops. So I'm gonna put it above a range above here. I'm gonna look to the left. Last time we were there. Overall, I'm looking for 77. I think we can get a lot more than 77. I mean, for the session, 77 is lovely, right? And I'm gonna manage risk if we come down here at this wick to the left. This 5 wick that grabbed liquidity. I see that as our advantage point right here. Right, so as soon as we fill that wick, that's where I want to manage risk, because I think we can reject off of this area here. If we end up driving back up in range above here, there's a chance it's going to come up and fill the range up, so then I'll manage risk, because that would be a fake out. But I think we need to tap the way we closed on the 5 and the 30 with the top wicks grabbed and came back down. We're going to need to tap the next support. That's the way I look at it. I mean, that 5 otherwise should have closed bullish. But overall, you're looking to retest the higher time frame, not necessarily drive back in range. So you would be looking at this area if you're really looking for a logical TP. Sorry, that next support, 98. Right? If you're looking for runners to see where you can get orders. And look, there's also no bottom wick at this area, so highly likely the market at some point will come back here and grab orders that are below this bottom wick here. It just depends, when is it going to happen? Is it going to happen now, or will it happen, you know, London, New York, in a couple of days from now? But my logic is we're going to need to get to the next support, right, before we actually drive up. And if we drive up now and we drive back in range, then we might look for buys to drive up and fill the range up. We also have a bottom wick here on this 15 now with 5 minutes to go. So if we pull up back in range and then flip, we might have more positions. We might have pineapples. So it just depends on how this plays out here. I think 2090.5 is where the stop should be. 2090.5, that's the most logical stop. Short-term bearish bias towards a pullback 2075. 75 I would take. Oh, you're looking at it like Javier. Javier has 75 as a level as well.
Yeah, I got a
What are you guys basing that off of? Where's that?
2075 is a monthly high. Yeah, or she's using fibs. Yeah, that's funny, bro. I always say, bro, like sometimes like indicators, like different people will like trade different ways, but at the end of the
But
day,
they all
like,
make sense, right? They all fall in line.
yeah, dude. Yeah, it's crazy how some, it's just whatever. The way I see it is like, what tool do
Fibonacci's
you
are
know how to use?
naturally, like those numbers
Yeah.
occur. Those numbers occur in nature, right? Fibonacci sequence.
Yeah. It's funny how that works out sometimes.
One of the guys I used to trade with, he was like, you know what I do? I don't even mark up my levels. I'll draw a Fibonacci from the daily high to the daily low, and every like 68.6 or whatever, 71.8, the 50%, the 30, whatever the levels were. I don't remember what they were even anymore. But he would mark them up as the levels. Like he would go based on those levels. That's it. That's his support resistance.
Yeah.
That's all he would look to.
Well, the good thing with gold, bro, that I've noticed is like I know, like for example, like with you, like you draw your levels like every time the session starts, but I keep my levels on my charts because I feel like
but they work historically. But don't forget, we go back to those levels over time, right? Like we'll draw them up.
Dude. Exactly.
We'll tend to redraw them and like.
Yeah, so I have one XAU chart where like I have the most levels on, like my data collected, and then when I'm trying to like pick a swing, like I trade on I use a clean chart, so that way like I can just get like a nice visual of what my idea might be. That's what's been working for me.
Makes sense. There's a 30 closure here in 90 seconds, gang.
Bro, RC uses pivots too, bro. Me too, man. I have them up on my chart sometimes.
Let's use the bath to miss the trade. I mean, it's basically right there. Like it's only like a pip or two in profit. But you can take this. I took it off the 5. If you want to have like a solid reason to take this, you could take this off the 30. Or just wait, like the next one. 15 didn't really bring us down here. Good, it created a bottom wick, and the 30 is going to close here in 24 seconds. You'd expect a re-break of the lows, and to be honest with you, I think if we re-break the lows, I'll just go E if we re-break the lows of the wick we made. Close. Everything closed bearish. 5, 15, 30. Might see a top wick on the 30. Yeah, closed bearish. It's going to need to tap the next support for making a decision. So banking on 2080. How much is a break of the low? Break of the lows is only like what, 6-7 pips? 2085, yeah, that's about 6 pips. But then again, once it breaks that low, it shouldn't be coming back up.
The other cable.
No, it's not working.
No, it will work, but if I has never turned on.
Right, that's not turning on.
It's not charging. I'm charging for like an hour.
What's up, monkey?
Bro, where are the zoomies at?
Zoomies? Oh, everyone that just on camis. All the camis.
The camis.
You're the leader of the cami gang.
I don't like being in the spotlight.
Alright. Do we fill that? Chat, I'm gonna go break even here, but I'm not closing anything. Because technically, our entry, right, is above. I'm break even here, but our entry is above this 30-minute candle, right? It made a top wick. Let's go to the 30, right? This current 30 made a top wick. If this flips bullish, right? If this 30 flips bullish, it's gonna come up. So I'm break even here because we don't want that 30 flip. We just want this to continue down. If it flips, it's gonna come back up and great. But if it doesn't, like, because it basically tapped this area, it might come back up, flip, take us out, and then come back down, right? But you just it broke the previous 30 low. So now at this point, if it comes up, it can continue up. It can get bullish. I only saw about 7 pips.
What's this happening?
Can we get a... What's your wife streaming? What do you mean? My wife's not streaming anything.
No, that was my wife telling my daughter to go eat.
That's funny. Yeah, we had 3 BEs in a row. Kind of annoyed. I want the shit to just come down. RC's wife took 10 pips on that one. I didn't see 10. I saw about 7, to be honest with you. And my spread's maybe like 1.4 right now, actually. So it's small. My entry is 2081.0, like a pip lower than this. My entry's right there. Yeah. Five just closed, right? Yeah, I don't have anything closed. No mechanic asked, where's everyone on Zoom? I said you on TV because wife's streaming computer being used. Oh, caught a great entry point? Yeah. Who, you? Yeah, not me. I have a decent entry point. It's good in terms of risk management, right? Because we have it above the current 30. The 30 closed below our entry. So if this 30 flips, it's kind of like the beginning of the hourly coming back up, right? Creating a wick. But if it comes down, we have a chance for a runner. Right? Actually, I don't know how much of a chance for a runner we'll have. Will this take us out? Yeah, my BE just hit. And it could still run. My BE hit with spread barely. Right. It's gonna run now. It took me out by spread. It didn't. The price never even got to my entry.
The same shit happened to me right now. Trying to figure out why, but this spread on TFT is garbage.
Well, TFT probably has spread, but for me, I had no spread. It just took me out. I mean, for me, I had spread 1 point. You know, 1 point. It's 1.2 right now, but it still came up, took me out with spread, and then came back down. It's all good. It's only 8:30. I'm looking for positions, but that's 3 BEs in a row. We're most likely going to see this hourly through. It should come down. It flipped for a split second for me, but it rebroke the highs. Took me out. Yeah, this was it. This was it. I was part of this top wick right here. Almost hit EBU. See if it survives. Yeah, I hope it does. I mean, I had it above the previous candle high. It never broke it. It just, I guess the spread jumped a little when it got there. Yeah, we would have gotten taken out here anyway. Break even number 47. Yeah, we're gonna wait on a 4-hour close here. But if this hourly closes bullish, if it closes back up in range, I'll probably have buys over it. The daily now has a bottom wick, so if the daily flips and starts driving up again, it's after a bottom wick now. That's a big if, right? It's not when, it's a if right now. We also grabbed this steep top wick now, right? Or a steeper top wick now. Alright, look at the 5. We'll see. We're gonna see this 4-hour through. Yeah, 77 is lovely off the 4-hour. I think that's where we need to go. When do we get to 77? Give me a sec.
Hi, Wix, you're muted.
He's gonna be pissed. I am. He said you're muted. I just went. All right. Let me try this again now that I'm unmuted. I don't consider this a liquidity grab. We are coming down, right? I said it's a liquidity grab if the hourly closes back up in range. But overall, we're gonna need to correct some of this move down. So at some point, we'll come back and retest the highs either as a drive or a retest of the highs to come down. And that's going to depend on how far down we come down here. If we come down all the way to the next support where we broke out of the range, right? If we go down to 2070 areas, 2068 areas, I think eventually after that, when we come up, we'll re-break the highs. Until then, we should retest the highs to give us the drive down. Why am I taking sells? Because I don't know. The way it looks like, we should continue to 80 or 77 before retesting the highs. So we can definitely be, you know, part of that bottom wick, but on the daily. But the 4 hour is going to close extremely bearish here in 11 minutes if it closes like this, right? If you get a top wick on the next 4 hour, I think we might be in a wick entry here if the next 4 hour first thing it does is come up and I retest 82 areas, right? Without a bottom wick, because I think the 4 hour is going to need to re-break the lows here to continue up. And a re-break of the lows for us would have been lovely. That was our TP here, right? We were like 2 or 3 pips away. Not even TP, but securing partials. So that's all we wanted. We just wanted to fill the range, and it still might. Just if it does, it's going to do it without us. But it filled this wick that I spoke about to the left right here, right? It filled 90% of it. But yeah, look, the 15, the 30, the 1, the 4, everything looks like it's coming down. Uh-oh, 5 close bullish. I remember I used to talk to Don when we just like years ago when we started trading. I'd be like, yo, look, we just created a low. I'm gonna take a buy right here with 1 pip stop. That's massive risk to reward. He's like, all right, do it. And I'd be like, fuck, that's 10 buys in a row. Yeah, this was securing some profits here. All right, now that we bounced off 77, will we break it or will we start driving up? Nah, I didn't never used to do that. I'd hit him up, be like, yo, what do you think of this idea? And it like sometimes it would work out where it would be like I would take that 1 pip stop and then it would run for like 200 the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, there he is.
Yo, what's up, Wix? What's up?
What's up, dude?
Javier. What's up, guys?
What's up, bro?
Did Elvis stream today?
No, he said he was watching a movie.
What?
I
You couldn't pause that shit?
guess he's human being. I guess. I don't know.
Elvis? Nah.
No.
Nah. Yo, what is going on here? Seven minutes here for this 4 hour, but this is all clean to the left here. There's really nothing here to the left. It's just clean candle. Anybody not get taken out? Anyone still in?
I had an entry on the 15. That's a good idea. 7:15.
Hey, Josh Hart with a triple double. Nice.
Honestly, what do you think about that? Like, cause I feel like the first day, what we made, how big of a top wick? It's been 3 days into this month. If this is just a top wick for us to flip, what 400 pip top wick?
Could be. Yeah, I don't think we're driving because we're making a top wick. It could be for sure. Because we held a really strong support here. We closed back up in range. We felt the range.
I'm just talking about the monthly, like in general, like what price action is doing right now.
Look at the daily. If the daily closes below 2076, it's coming back down to at least 2055, right? To the next support.
Mhm.
I don't know. Yeah, we're a few days into the monthly. We already made this massive top wick, but I don't think it's a top wick to reject. I think it's a top wick to continue up. I think we're going to continue up this year. But massive moves like this typically need corrections. So even if it's not going to correct the entire move, it'll correct a large portion of it. That 5 closed below? Yeah, it did. Got a sell open from Friday close. Oh, damn.
Have any position? Any of the buys on Friday?
Friday,
Like
what did I have?
After we had the sales with Don, or I was in a sell with Don. After that position, we had like a double fake out, like a fake out back into the range.
Oh, no. That was, I didn't have anything of that.
And we just drove. Left us nothing.
Damn, this whole thing right here is only 20 pips. 2 minutes here on the hourly. Yeah, 2200, that would be the new all-time highs, right? I think we had all-time highs at 21.7 or something like that, 21.8. What do we top out? $21.5, $21.49. One minute here. Flip the tape. We got 10 seconds here. Three, two, one. Well, it kind of held here. 5 closed back in range. But that's a strong bullish 4 hour. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a closure back below here. Below 20.81.9. I'm sorry, 20.80 flat. Maybe the 5 or the 15 closes below here, but yeah, it was a strong bearish 4 hour close. You'd expect a bottom wick, but before it comes up. But I don't want a bottom wick to be right as soon as it breaks the previous low to come up. So I'd want us to still come up as well. Right, maybe closure below here. Let's see if we can retest this area again and then come back down, and then we'll look for this. 4-year-old wants me to download a game for her that says 17 plus. I'm like, nah. Come back to me in 15 years. Crazy. She over here, but I want it. Like, there's a reason it says 17 plus on it. Wow. It's a 3-point game. I'm watching the Knicks game, and they've been up the whole game. Now it's 4 minutes to go, and it's only 3 points. Nice shot. Good D. What game? I'm watching the Knicks game. Knicks versus the Cavs. Oh, look at that. That was a nice closure here. I didn't see that on the 5. Close back in range. Yo. Yeah, that's interesting. That 5 close back in range. How did I miss that? Fucking Knicks. It's just, it would be very short term. We would definitely be break even here. Pips, but the fill of the range is small, yeah. Uh-oh, the cat's here. How can I help you? Crazy ass cat. Quite a few things that's really got to happen here. I'd prefer to drive back above 82, but we can establish a support here on a higher time frame than a 5, maybe a 15 and a 30. Bottom wick, we can look for a buy up. But right, we've never closed below this 2080.02 level. I think for us to come down further, we're gonna have to break below there, and that would be our range 2 breakout, I guess. Also, right? Because you can look at this, I guess, as range 1, range 2, anything below here, below this area, right? Your range 2 breakout typically that has a higher chance of driving down once you close below there. Anything above here, you're coming back up to retest the highs. The issue is, can we get buys up to there? Will we see an indication that we're coming up? Because that 4 hour, right, and that hourly closed really bearish, so you'd expect a rebreak of the lows before a drive down. I mean, before any drive up. Trade you one calf, one very wild dog. No, I want a Dalmatian. Well, we're trying to get a Dalmatian right now.
Hear about that guy in California that got ate by his pit bulls? Like last week? I think
That's
it was.
fucking crazy.
That's insane. Fuck, that's scary, bro.
People need to stop messing with this wild animal shit. Oh wow, what a nice bottom wick there. We're gonna wait for this first 15 to close here. The 5 looks lovely, but our 30, our 1, our 4, everything closed bearish. Right? I don't want to be a part of the top wick here for us to flip down, continue down. Got a bully. That's nice. $81.3. Two minutes for this 15. Feel that yawn. Oh, 15 is really pushing here. Where do we tap? Oh, what a shot. Excuse me, fellas. I'm looking to see if this can be the top wick for the 4 hour, but then again, I would have liked it to come up a bit steeper. Just to run here to the bottom. Yeah, that makes sense. So we can have both buys and sells here. Just we need to come up and reject off a resistance on the hourly, or come back up and close back in range. Because market will create this minor support here, but then what it does, it'll typically come back and drive off the support that it created. So once it establishes, right, this is a support, right? We close bullish, we establish this support. Market could print whatever it wants here, right? It could print up and down, but eventually it'll come down and it'll wick off this support if it is the drive to continue up. So you'll get a trickle up, you'll get it coming down, and then you'll get this wick down that'll eventually drive you. It'll eventually reject off of it. So that's what I'm looking to see if we can get. And if that doesn't happen here, then once we're closed above here, then I can look for a position to continue up. don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be stuck where the 30 or the 1 or the 15 are telling you different stories. And yeah, we're coming up at the 4 hour, right? The 4 hour doesn't, sorry, 4 hour doesn't really have a bottom wick. Previous 4 hour closed bearish. You'd expect to come down, grab more orders here, unless the hourly starts closing back up above 82.45, at which point we can look to retest the top of the range. Is that the top wick for the 4 hour? Okay, very interesting. The 5 is closing here. If it closes bearish, right? That's not the 15 yet. I thought that was the 15. All right, so regardless, if it closes bearish, next 5 comes up, taps 82 and comes back down, flips bearish, I'm gonna have some sells. If it doesn't, then we're probably gonna wait for the 15 to do that. If the first thing it does is breaks the 15 lows and then flips bullish, we're gonna look for that bullish flip to fill the range. So this can go both ways, but would like to see a 5 bottom wick and a top wick, and we don't have a bottom wick. I'm gonna wait for this 15 then to close. 15 closes, we're kind of establishing this as a resistance. We have a small range here. Just tough with that 5, no bottom wick. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I just really love to be part of some higher time frame sells. Oh, what's going on? Battery died? Give me, I got it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Go ahead. Right there. Careful, don't break it. Don't just jam it in. Easy. Alright, thank you. Go. It's gonna be a little while. Someone just stole your Amazon package? How? You got a ring cam? That's the worst. I wish somebody would. There's a lot of time here. Let's go 2.5 minutes. If we can close somewhere here, where we are, without moving for the next 2 minutes, I would look for a next candle to break the low of this 15, but because the 5 doesn't have a bottom wick here, alright, so if we can break that low and then flip bullish, I'll take buys back up into range. So you would want the next candle to come down here. First thing is break this low without making a top wick. You're looking for this. But you have a minute and a half here. You could just ride up for all we know. And the previous candle closed bearish, so it can ride up. And now we don't have a bottom wick on the current one, so this can ride up and reject, right, and come down. So that's not lining up. Do we feel bad for the guy? He didn't get anything good? Nah, don't feel bad. Why would you feel bad for him? Oh, you wish he got something good? You'd feel bad for yourself.
Yeah, talking about.
Somebody stole his Amazon package.
Oh yeah, that. How do you, bro? You gotta be on point, man. I'm chasing this motherfucker down. Unless they just didn't deliver it and drop it off, that's a different story. There's nothing you can do in that scenario. Someone just stole my Amazon package.
Alright, 30's closing bullish here.
Oh, you think it. Yeah, bro. Nothing to stress about. Egg plug? Wait, what do you mean? What is that?
3, 2, 1. Really not much of a top wick. Half a pip top wick on the 30. Interesting, because the 30 doesn't really have a top wick, so if we can come up here and tap 2082.5, 82.7 and flip bearish, maybe we can look for some sells at the beginning of the 4-hour flip. All right. Damn, this could be it, right? That could have been it. If this 30 can flip bearish here, I think I might look for some sells. But if it closes up above here, above 2082, 82.7, highly likely that this was a fake out and we're gonna fill the range back up. Yeah, Amazon very cool with that. They're very good with refunds.
Deg plug thing. 90 deg plug thing. What is that?
90-degree plug. Okay, so 15, no, the 5. Just attempted to close up above range. Three, two. Oh, closing above. Last second, right? It's a little tough. No bounces, no springs, just trickle down effects. Trickle up. The daily flip here? Yeah, the daily just flipped, right? So this just driving off. Huh. If this 15, this 30 flips bearish in the next 7 minutes, I'll have a sell on the break of the lows. Okay, right here. If it doesn't, we'll wait. We'll wait on this 15 to close in the next 7 minutes. See if we can close above 2082.7. I think this is a more solid level if we're actually looking for buys. Yeah, if it closes above here, you don't need a massive wick. You need a minor bottom wick. Really, to just this support, you're gonna need a bottom wick just at 2082.7. If the 15 closes above. And you're gonna need a rebreak of the highs, not just flip. Unless the bottom wick is steepo. Taking a sell here at 2082, adding to an existing entry's target of 2075. I mean, it might, you're not necessarily wrong, it just may take a while to play out. It might end up coming to 86 before the eventual drive down. Don't expect it to hit until London. Okay. But you trade a bit differently too, right? Looking for some different things. What's up? Love you. There's no buys here, chat, because the previous candle closed below, right? Respecting this level on the 5. 15's closing in 3 minutes. Let's see if we can leave a top wick. And we don't really need a massive bottom wick, but we want some kind of bottom wick.
Oh,
What happened?
I zoomed in. Heads up.
What happened?
I was zoomed in.
Oh.
Looked like it was a lot.
It's, I mean, we're really zoomed in. But what is it, like only 8 pips? It's 15 closing in 2 minutes. You want it to pull back, right? You want it to leave a top wick, giving you range. One minute. Well, we don't need a massive bottom wick. A small one will do, but I need some kind of bottom wick here to come down. Maybe 5 pips. 6 pips. It's not even in pips, just to this support here. It's 20 seconds left. Alright, let's see. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Need more than that. Come on, bruh. Okay. This is good. This is good. I think if this flips bullish, I'm gonna take a buy. Where do we tap? Tap this area. If this 15 breaks its own high, I'm gonna take a buy on the break at a high. Make sure you're accounting for spread. Can we break the highs here? Almost. Alright, I'm in the trade here, chat. Buys here. Look to target the top of the range overall. Okay, that's what it looks like. Closed back in range, so I look at it as a fake out. 15 closed back in range. We have a bottom wick. The wick tapped a smaller time frame support and flipped bullish. Right, if you look at this area across, that's exactly where we tapped. So I'm expecting at the very least this area, right? That's roughly 24.3 area. Our entry is 28.3, so at roughly 10 pips, I'm expecting to go break even and close partials. And the daily has flipped here as well, from bearish to bullish, so got that in our favor. $15 closed back in range for a fake out. Typically when this happens, you'll come back up and retest the top of the range. So let's see. You're in a position from earlier buys and it's being out. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I could see that. From where? Where's your positions from? 81.3? $81.7. I mean, also the 15, if we're not to drive, why would it close above back in range, right? It probably would have respected this area. So the next time you can see it respect is the 30. Looks like they need more liquidity. Well, that's what I would say. We'd need to grab orders now at 86 to continue down, unless you're going to start getting heavy, you know, higher time frame closures back below range. But then why would this come back up and close above? So, like, you know, but you also have to understand, right? The previous 4 hours bearish, right? This could be a top wick for the 4 hour. But then why would the smaller time frames not respect resistance and close above? It's a little tough with that 5 closing with no top wick. Yeah, that's only a 5, but too early for stickman? Oh no, we don't do stickman here. Like, just logic. Yeah, 6 minutes to the 30, and you want the 30 closing above here. Don't want 30 back below range, because that's right, that would be a 15 fake out if the 30 closes below range. And if you get a 15 fake out, you might end up filling the range back down for a 4-hour flip. So many things can happen. But I do expect 86 before the overall drive down. Just, we'll see. Find if you expect bearish markets in US, look for bullish markets in Asian. Yeah, because you're typically at the pullback, right? You're the pullback for Asian. But we already had a pullback here. And, right, we came up, created a high, and tried to drive down, and we couldn't. So I'm expecting the high to be broken eventually on the daily, the 4-hour, in order to continue, if we are to continue any further down or up. We'll see. This 5-minute will be a big tell in the next 5 minutes, because we're either going to come back down close below range and we can start looking for a fake out to come back down, retest the lows, or right, because the 30 at that point will respect. 3, 2. Right, so the 5 closed here, no bottom wick, and it closed above. Yeah, if in 5 minutes it closes below here, there's a chance we come down, retest the bottom of the range. But it's going to do that after a top wick. So I'll probably still be in there, depending on how it closes. It's also 3 minutes for the hourly close, right? And the hourly's bullish. Huh.
Oh shit, I'm gonna get you fucking. Shut off.
What?
I was playing some J. Cole, that's why. They better fucking turn off the stream.
Yeah, this 30 looks ugly.
you could, because if the hourly close respecting, you could get out like on the next hourly top
No, I'm
wick.
not playing. If the hourly closes bullish, I'm not gonna close the position here. Even if it closes below on a small time frame, the hourly's still kind of holding support. I would expect the bottom wick, so we could see a 20, 30 pip bottom wick.
This still is an hourly bullish.
And if the first thing it does is come up, right, then it will probably break the previous hourly highs before coming down. So, do the 30 flip here? Yeah, the 30 is really close to flipping. So these last 2 minutes, if it flips, it might drive. But you want the hourly to close bullish. It'll be weird, right? If in 2 minutes, in the last 2 minutes, it flips the hourly. If it does that, then I mean, see you later. If the hourly closes bullish, then yeah, the next 30 can come down for the bottom of the range, but I'll take that as a bottom wick to continue up. If that's the first thing that it does. Be a lot more worried if it did that in the beginning of the candle, but that's ugly. Yeah, as long as the hourly closes bullish here, I'm not closing out the position, but we have a minute to go. It went up for 58 minutes, and for 2 minutes, it's heading straight down. Crazy. 15 looking ugly? Yeah, 15, 30, everything looking ugly except the hourly. But I'm fine with that, especially if this closes with no bottom wick right now on the 30. Ideally, the 30 doesn't close bearish, it closed doji. But no bottom wick is the second best thing. Problem is you already have this top wick, a rejection off this range, right? So that could be a 4-hour top wick. You just don't know. But if we come down here, we tap 2080 and flip bullish, then I'm going to take another position. That'll be a pineapple position, right? If the first thing the market does here, come down, tap 2080 and flip bullish. Which would also be a bottom wick for the hourly. Put my stops to 2073.78. Yeah, that's a 4-hour flip here. It's a strong liquidity grab here. You have to see a support established at 2080, and the only way to do that is if the price taps it and then flips bullish, or if the price closes bullish at some point here. So even if we break the hourly low, I'm like, you can't manage risk because the previous hourly's closed bullish. So at any point this candle can flip bullish. If you break the hourly low and this candle flips bullish, I'll have a pineapple. I'll add another entry. But then if we start closing bearish below there on next hourly, then you can start looking at managing risk. My thesis of gold pop-ups. With gold pop-ups, brokers will buy minor stocks. What? US brokers will buy minor stock, open out miners around 9:30. Miners will sell off gold heavy market. I don't understand that. Don't understand it.
My thesis is with gold pop-up, brokers will buy miner stocks that open on miners around 9:30. Miners will use that to sell off gold before every week.
I'm just trying to follow. I don't understand.
Wait, brother. What are you talking about? No, I'm playing. That was just. Yeah. All these candles had no bottom wicks. Just weird candles.
Is it flipping? Nope. Is it raining outside? Yeah, it's kind of raining.
I need a trip to Miami.
Need a move to Miami. Don't plan a trip, plan a move. Yeah, I can't take a buy and a flip here because I need a steeper bottom wick. Are we holding? Did we hold this? We did. We held this little support here. Yeah, unless this comes down, breaks the lows, there's no pineapple. But if it does come down, break the lows, and then flips bullish, then we'll have a pineapple. Because you can't take it right now. There's a high chance it flips, breaks the lows, and continues down. So it's not really set up for another position. But break the lows and then flips, then I could look for something. You have to understand, right? The hourly closed bullish and the 30s closed bearish with no bottom wick, indicating the range should run out here at some point. So yeah, the 4 hour might come down, but it might come down, give us a bottom wick, come back up, or it might come down later. If it comes down now, then we'll manage risk when it does. Annoyed, I hate sitting in drawdown after session. But I never close out unless, like, just because I'm tired. I feel like it. So once parameters are met, we'll close them out. Until then, kind of forced to let it rock. It's a global market. U.S. stockbrokers will buy. Okay. Panhandle along Alabama is nice as well. Panhandle? Why are we talking about the panhandle? Yeah, it looks like the 4 hour is gonna flip, but where is it gonna drive to? Steep will that drive be? We haven't had a loss in Asian session in a long time. I'm sorry, in private session.
Yeah, it's been.
It's been months. I think it's been like 2 months since we had a loss in. We had a loss in Asian session about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago.
Okay.
Well, it's been a while since we actually had like drawdown for private session.
The risk, right? Nothing to worry about.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I'm minus 28 pips right now, 27. Like that's basically break even for us, but saying that on Don's stream. That came from Don. I was talking. I was like, yo. took like I think it was like a 9 pip loss from it. Like I took a 9 pip loss. He's like, really? That's not even. You didn't even take a loss. Put that shit in a break even column. It's like, bro, you're shot. Like that's just not even a loss.
It's not. It's nothing to. It's not noticeable. As any loss shouldn't be noticeable. But you know, some losses obviously are compared to others.
You know what is good? I never like remember losses. I never dwell on them. I'm never like, oh, that loss is fucking me up or messing. You know, I typically don't even remember them. I remember my birthday. The loss on my birthday, I remember. Because it happened 2 years in a row.
That's crazy. I'd be pissed. Looking at that. Still gotta enjoy it.
In private, I don't believe since December. Yeah, I don't think we've lost a private session trade in this whole year. I don't think we had a Sunday with a losing trade in 2024. Alright, so how's the 15 closing here? We got 30 seconds. What percentage of account loss? Yeah, it's really minor, especially since like the February we had the last for New York session. The last 2 weeks of February in New York, I'm just slayed. New York's been awesome in terms of volume. Slay Queen. I don't like how it's trickling down, because if you get a trickle down, it can trickle down all the way here and then just boop, one strong drive down. Once we can tap 80 flat here, I think we can start looking to set maybe a buy stop on the flip of the hourly, if it does flip. But if we end up closing below here, then obviously I'll manage risk. Only care about what return is yearly, to be honest. Lower risk want to see 5% average, 10 to 30, high risk 50% understanding each level. I mean, what, on the annual, there's, I think last year we made like, my worst month last year was maybe like 5%. No, I'm lying. I had a break-even month and I had like 2% month. Like August, September weren't great. I think September, I took a loss on my birthday and it took me the next 2 weeks just to get back to break-even for the month. September, I took a big loss. I I took a 11% loss in September on my birthday. And I was up like 1 or 2% before that for the month, so. But like overall, like last year, February, I think was a 40% month last year. December was, I think, my second best month of the year. Yeah, it was also around 40%, a little more. It was over 40% for December. Honestly, if this hourly flips, I'll take a buy here. I'll have a little pineapple. Early in the hourly, it might not flip. The 4 hour isn't pretty though.
You ever read some shit somebody texts you and just be like, man.
You were what?
Read some shit somebody texts you and just be like, you just put your phone down. You don't even answer it.
Oh, all the time.
And spark the fucking blunt after. Fuck.
I don't know why it's waiting for. The market should technically break the lows here, but if it breaks the highs, remember this would be that tap that we spoke about. Remember, filling the range, come back down, and then it can, whatever wants to happen can happen in that range. As long as we get a pullback to here, tap it, and then flip bullish, try. So I'm still expecting that. I just don't know if we'll tap it and stay above it because of this big rejection here. But what we do have going for us is the fact that previous 30 had no bottom wick and the hourly closed bullish. But that can all be negated with, you know, with the next hourly close, and then it's a brand new ball game after that. So this is good. Look, the 15 broke the lows. First thing it did. Oh, yeah. The 5. The 5. No bottom wick. Yeah, highly likely the 5 flips bearish here. But if it doesn't and the hourly flips bullish, we're going to look for buys. will say though, it wasn't an easy February. I mean, we kind of coasted through the first 2 months, right? We got, what, 4, how many? Still a lot though, 5 losses. Yeah, I think around this time last year we had 5 losses. I gotta go back to February, but we're 14, 5, and 7 to start 2020. 2024, I was gonna say 2025. But it was not a simple January, February. Even in New York, like there's been a lot of volume, but we sat through a lot of positions that had drawdown. Don too, I think it wasn't one of his best Februarys. I think last year February he did way better. Yeah, this needs to come down a bit more and then make a decision. Also have a shit ton of volume starting the week of March here compared to the first 2 months. Well, yeah, I hope so. We'll see. I mean, yeah, definitely March has started out, created a top wick. Look at the monthly already. Just a few days in, right? So like, yeah, shit ton of volume this month than all of last month, I think. Almost. Chat, give me a sec. Let me just, actually, no, never mind. We're kind of coming. Let me wait this through. Got 3 minutes here for the 30, but if this hourly flips bullish before the 30 closes, I'm gonna look for a buy. Can't look for a buy once the 30 closes here, because then the 30 has a bottom wick, and if it flips, the hourly flips, it could just be a top wick for the 30 to continue down. So you need the 15, the 30, the hourly will all start closing bullish here. The hourly's done so. Now you need the 15, the 30, and then the hourly again start closing bullish. Shit. 1 minute here for the 30 close.
Yeah, that can happen. This is my new favorite dog too. This is good.
Okay, 5 closed, 15 closed. No top wick. 30 closed. Top wick, it should fill the wick down. Yeah, the 30 is probably going to come up, make this top wick to continue the drive down. Get to 2080. So you might see the hourly flip for a split second here. Flip bullish and come back down. It's possible. Yeah, we're making this top wick in the first 2 minutes of this 30. There's a chance it comes up, but if it does, it'll have to do that without the pineapples here because it is more likely that this is a top wick to continue down than we're coming up right now. Until then, right, can't add a pineapple. You needed this flip on the previous 30. Right now, this hourly flip is still likely to come back down. Okay, there's the 30 flip. And you'll probably see this drive back down right now. There we go. So the hourly flipped for a split second. It's coming back bearish. So this is expected, right? We're just gonna need a bullish closure. December's always a hot forex month, especially 2 weeks, lots of movement. I mean, we traded all through the holidays, right? Remember, we traded all through Christmas and New Year's. I think we went like 11-0, something like that. Because we traded all the holidays, the New York session through the entire holiday. Wouldn't be as worried about this 30 as a top wick if this bottom wick came down here and actually tapped 2080, but it never did. So I believe this is just top wick for the 30 to actually come down and tap that level. If it's not, great, but there's a high chance that it is. Right, previous 15 closed, no top wick. You're expecting this to come back down, flip bearish at some point. So yeah, there should be an expectation of some more drawdown. Still a lot of time, right? Another 25 minutes in this can, this 30, and the first thing it did was come up and create a top wick for the previous. How did the 5 close here? Oh, 5 closed bullish. There's a bottom wick for the 5. Anyone have any pineapples? I mean, the hourly flip here is the only place where you could have had a pineapple, but I'm not taking a position there if I'm not in a position, right? Because of the way the 30 looks, so. Wish it came down further initially before it actually flipped here, because if it did that, then I think our drive up is much stronger at this point. But because we never came down to tap 2080, we're kind of stuck in this range. And the way it's looking like, the 30 looks like it still needs to come back down here. So if we come back down here to 2080, tap off of it and then start coming back bullish, then I think we have a high chance of retesting the highs. Until then, you still need to re-break the low, so you might look for more drawdown here once this flips. Yeah, I hate saying that, but it doesn't sound great, but it's just realistically that's what we would kind of need in order for the price to run. We would need to kind of re-break the lows. I mean, great if we don't, but typically that's what you need to see, right? And the 30's doing that right now. Towards the flip. Interesting. Wonder if this 30 drives. Ha ha ha. What's just that? Chat, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna close my position out here at minus 22 pips. I'm sorry, minus 21. I just close my position at minus 21, and I'm gonna take a sell here towards the bottom of the range. On the flip. So I got a sell right here. Whoops. Sorry, we haven't done that much, I know it, but the way it looks and from what I understand, typically I would be in a sell here. So that was a minus 20, minus 21. Mark that up. I don't think I've ever done that on stream. Go from a buy to a sell. I usually give it time, but I'm looking at typically what I would be doing in the position with the way the previous 4 hour looks, right? That we need to come down there, grab orders. And the way the 30 has broken the previous 30 high, I'm probably looking for a sell to the bottom of the range here. Give me a second, let me just put my stats in. And the previous 15 had no bottom wick here. And now we come up. Yeah, I mean, if it does, it does. But I'm looking at based. If I wasn't in a trade, and I'm looking at it objectively, right? I'm looking for the break of the highs here on the 30. I see the previous 30 closed bearish, right? And I see that we've never grabbed orders from 2080. So I think even if it does decide to come up, it has to come down and grab these orders. And based on the 4-hour not having a bottom wick, right? You're expecting those levels to tap, so that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the flip of the 30 in the drive. If it comes up, then shit, I was wrong twice today. But it shouldn't. I'm just speaking objectively. What I would be doing if I wasn't in a position, I would be looking at sells on the break of the low, and that's why I'm in there. Hold on, I just want to update the record and we'll put everything up. But I'm not going anywhere yet. For now. Kids are asleep. And I'm not looking to make up the 21, right, that I'm minus. I'm really just, it's a new trade, and I'm looking to fill the range to the bottom here and maybe possibly catch runners. Based on, this is strictly based off the 30 and the 4-hour, right? The 30 grabbing a top wick for the previous 30, and the 4-hour creating a top wick with no bottom wick.
Dude,
Yeah, I typically don't do this on stream. In New York session, something I can do, but typically not on stream. But this is a private session, right? It's not too, like, in public, there's too many people that are like, that you'd have to explain this to. It's only, I think it's only my second stream ever where I take three positions on a stream. I think I've done 2 plenty of times, but 3 positions I can only remember one time.
wait, are you eating sales now?
Mhm. Very simple. 30 doesn't come down here and ends up coming back, closing up above range. I'll expect this to drive and fill the range up, at which point I'll probably just call it a day, and I'm not reading it correctly at all today. But it shouldn't. Overall, we should tap the way the 30 closed and the way we come up and grab the top wick for the previous 30. Overall, we should come down and tap 2080. And even if we're to come up, I think you're going to need to get a bottom wick to this area off the hourly and the 4 hour. Say the 4 hour closes bullish, next 4 hours going to need to come down, grab orders. And the hourly tried to drive, right? The hourly broke the highs and failed, and now flipping back bearish on the 15, on the 30. So go back. Because I understand, right? It found a level here, but the higher time frame support and higher time frame resistance are way past this. So even though it has some play here, it still needs to tap the higher time frames.
Oh, some chicken Alfredo pasta sounds fire right now.
Are we coming back up in range? Yeah, if we get a closure at this point, if it closes up above here, which the hourly not reflipping, I'm just gonna call it a day, and I'm not reading the charts correctly. Right, the hourly created a bottom wick, drove up, reflipped, broke the highs. Now, if the 30 closed bearish, why wouldn't the hourly re-break it slow in order to grab orders, right? Technically, you would need to grab these orders here because of it attempted this drive here. So you'd expect the 30 to flip and drive. But the 30 has not flipped and drove. 30 so far is just no bottom wick at all. But if I wasn't in a trade, in a buy before this, I would be taking a sell on that 30 flip, understanding that we're gonna have to tap this area before we make any kind of decision. We'll see. Hold on a second, chat.
How was everybody's weekend? See what you understand. Now we come up. XT, 3 trades taken for Sunday is hella crazy. One pip, you're good to go. That's true. I am not on MT5. I am on Trade Locker. I bet if I'm speaking a little weird, it's because I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. So. I don't know how clear my mic sounds. Yeah, but
You got 5 minutes here for the hourly. Yeah, you typically, even if you close here, right, 15 bullish, this candle here, you would, majority of the time, you'd see this candle grab some orders here. This is what it would look like if it was to come down, but it hasn't done that. It hasn't given you that bottom wick. Need this area tap.
this might be an off-stream move.
Yeah, but I didn't want to close the stream out with trade running and like I think I'm gonna wait it out and
What did you make? Enjoy.
I don't know, we'll see right now. We'll see how the hourly closes.
What you guys today?
This is in a trade. Yeah. We were in buys, we were in sells. It's been a long evening. Plus I had my pool overflow a bit earlier today.
Oh,
I don't know. There was like the pool water level went down, and like I put a hose in there and try to fill it up before the pool guy gets here tomorrow. And I left the house, and by the time I came back, it was just overflowing. It's alright. I got a lot of grass, so it got watered, but like
the pool guy's over there like fucking every other. You have to get it cleaned, right? So.
yeah, I had half the yard flooded though. Wow, it's gonna hold. We got 90 seconds here, unless it wants to flip in the last 90 seconds. know what I'm gonna do here? I might close here before the hourly, just to see how the hourly. I'm minus 3.8 pips, but like just so I don't, just to see the hourly pop up. Getcha. Just closed. Almost 4 pips. I'm gonna wait for this hourly to close. So, what I want to see is a bottom wick. If we can actually get a nice bottom wick, I'm still on here. I'm gonna take a position. If we can tap, if the first thing we can do is tap this. All right, imagine we get 4 positions today.
I was about to say.
That'd be crazy. Hey, we've had 5 positions in the New York session. It's just they were all fucking pineapples, right? But I closed out because I don't know what this candle will do off the rip here, and
I think I'm still more convinced on the bias that we need to come down more for orders. Like just on the daily. The daily seems way too. Well, maybe I'm wrong.
I'm fine with buys on the daily to retest the highs, but I also understand short term we need to grab some orders. Like this is just a weird rejection here on the hourly, and we next hourly never came down, broke these lows, and then it, you know, really big indecision candle over the last hour. The hour that I actually expected it to drive was the indecision candle. And since it didn't drive, right, and the 30 closed bullish, the hourly closed doji, which is pretty much you can negate the candle and cross it out like it never happened, right? So if you do this on the hourly, you close bullish at support here, you're still looking for a bottom wick, right? Oh, whoops, you're still looking for these orders to be grabbed again to continue up. But the fact that this hourly already has the doji hourly, right? It has that bottom wick, right? I don't know, like the probability of us actually coming down, re-breaking it now are a bit slimmer, especially once the 30 closed, right? The 30 closed with 30 closed bullish, and it never drove, right? Never flipped and drove. Yeah, this is tough. First thing I wanted here, I wanted a bottom wick. Since it's closed bullish and the previous hourly closed bullish doji, we want a bottom wick to the bottom of the range, and then a bullish flip. But if the first thing it does is breaks this previous candle high, then we'll call it.
Go for a nap.
Yeah, Bougie, how are you still on 55? Most high quality question of the evening.
Yo, Wix, I posted your summer shorts and the clubhouse in the Discord. I saw it the other day at the store, bro, and I forgot to post it there.
Oh, the fucking pineapples? These are short shorts. I can't wear these.
Yeah, wear them to the beach.
Where you find these?
At
Go pick 'em up.
At oh shit, what's that? Burlington.
Oh, I like Burlington. I once worked in a Burlington. I have a funny story about Burlington. I worked there and they offered to make me manager. So no. I worked there for about a week and a half, right? And then I quit. And then after I quit, like the regional calls me like a regional manager calls me like 2 weeks after I quit. I'm like, hey, I heard you were doing good at your new spot. They're saying nothing but good things about you. How about we make you a manager at one of our new stores? You want to come in for that interview? And I was like, how do I tell this guy that I haven't been in there for weeks? Like I quit a long time ago. I was like, you know I don't work with you guys no more. It's been a while. This is going back it's going back ages. It's going back a decade and a half. Alright, never broke the previous candle high. So can you get a bottom wick and flip bullish? Or will it just kind of range here? We'll see. If it doesn't come down here steep in the next 15 minutes, I'll call it. I think it's possible that you might find a support here, and all it's doing is just waiting for a volume time, right? You might have candles print in this area. However, but then, 1 a.m. hits. Thank you for the stream. Learning a ton. See you tomorrow. Yeah, it wasn't an amazing stream tonight, but
Yeah, I'm gonna call it, bro. Gotta head off and go get some sleep. Rain wide tomorrow. You, Javier, Wicks.
yeah, you guys are really making me want to call it too. I'm tired. But I want to see the retest of the lows here. But yeah, have a good night, Jacob. We'll see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow on Don's stream.
I see ya. Peace.
Good night, Nate. Night, Jacob.
I didn't even realize what time it was.
It's 11.
Yeah.
It's way later than I typically stay on.
I'm still in a little bit of jet lag from Denver time.
You know what gets rid of jet lag? The gym. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of, like, where you travel, what kind of flight you had, how long the flight was, how far away you are from where you traveled from. If the first thing you do when you get off the plane is go to the gym for about an hour, I swear it's like a reset. Your body doesn't feel the jet lag. It resets after the gym, and then you can continue about your day. You go, get some rest, do whatever, you go eat, but like, I swear, after jet lag, best thing, just, especially if you got like a hotel with a gym, and if you don't like work out heavy weights, like go do something, just get on that bike, do some rowing, something. But I find that helps with jet lag.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I feel like the gym is like a reset, and Joe Rogan was talking about it too. He's like, yeah, I reset after the gym. I was like, I feel just like that. I hit the gym, it's like a straight reset for the day for me. It's always early for making money. Feel that. I mean, it's just we've kind of been bullish, we've been bearish, right? It went nowhere, and then it's now stuck in a range in an out of market time. So I kind of feel like we'll be stuck here for the next 2 to 3 hours. And for pre-London, London will actually start moving. I'm gonna see this 15 through. Unless we just break the previous hourly highs and we'll call it then. Johannesburg opens in 3 hours. London Open is in 3 hours, yes.
Probably like a 12.
Sorry, gang. I was saying this is good that it's driving down, and you want to see it tap the bottom of the range here, but you don't want to see it close bearish, right? You want to tap the bottom of the range and flip all in one candle. If you start closing bearish here, then it's just ranging. Yeah, right. You had the previous 30 closed bullish, the hourly's doji, the 15 closed bullish. So everything is in one direction, right? So you want this bearish drive down to create a bottom wick and a flip all in one candle, and that would fall in line with the 15, the 30, the 1, everything being bullish, right? Except the 4. But if you can break the lows on the 4 and then flip bullish, you're not coming back down. You're kind of heading back up in range and establishing a support. But if we close bearish, then expect another candle to drive further down, create a support, so that at that point, just it's going to take too many candles. See potential volume by pre-orders in Johannesburg. The pre-market starts driving 30 minutes before. An arbitrage of that would be XAU USD. Interesting. Yeah, it would be interesting if I traded London. Probably something I would look at. Yeah, 30 seconds here. It's closing bearish. Probably gonna call it. It's not rejecting. Gang, I'll see you guys tomorrow for New York session, and we'll be back in full swing of things at Asian session, 8 p.m. Eastern. As always, live here on YouTube. Thank you for coming through. 12 loyal ones that are still on. No, appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm tired. I mean, we tried buys, we tried sells, and we're stuck in a range. The market didn't really drive. It's just stuck in one range, 20 pip range. All right, guys. Yep, that's my time. And another Asian session is in the books. I will see you guys mañana, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. I'm tired. I'm gonna go pass out. Good night, y'all.
Good night, Wix.